Hi. Today we are going to talk about an evidence-based practice called chaining. Chaining is breaking apart a task and teaching the steps of the task piece by piece. You're probably familiar with forward chaining, that is, teaching a series of steps one at a time in natural order, beginning with the first step. Backward chaining, however, teaches a series of steps in a task backwards, beginning with the last step. The instructor performs all preceding tasks until all steps in the task are eventually learned in reverse order. Today, we will learn what backward chaining looks like. To teach this, I'm going to model a working example of how you would teach a student with disabilities to fix a light bulb. Your student will need a step ladder, a new bulb, a cloth, a flashlight if the light went out at night, and perhaps a buddy. Begin with the first step. Turn off the switch connected to the light. Then, which of these tools do you think you will need first? Pause to discuss. That's right. Set up your stepladder to reach the bulb cover. Then place your hand under the cover to hold it and find the first screw. There may be up to 4. Turn the screw to the left. Remember, lefty-loosey. Repeat this for all of the screws. Place the cover upside down on a nearby safe surface. Then, place the screws in the upside-down cover or another container to keep them safe. What do you need next? Pause to discuss. You'll need a cloth to safely remove the hot bulb. You could also use gloves. Just like the screws, turn left to loosen the light bulb. Again, lefty-loosey. Once you have your light bulb off and set aside, what do you need next? Pause to discuss. It's time for the new bulb. This time we spin the bulb in reverse of what we did to take it out. Turn right to make it tight. Remember, righty-tighty. Be careful not to over-twist your light bulb. Twisting it in too tight can cause problems. Now it's time to put the cover back in place. We hold it on the bottom and use our other hand to twist in the screws. We need to make them tight, so we twist to the right. Remember, righty-tighty. When you are finished twisting in all the screws to put the cover back in place, carefully take your hands a few inches away, just below the cover. If it doesn't fall, carefully step down from the ladder. Now turn on the light. If you've done it correctly, the room should be bright. Pause the video. Have your students work with a partner to check understanding of the steps. If they can list them in order, proceed to chaining. If not, allow them to watch again until they do. Pay attention to where they're having difficulty listing the steps. The student video is labeled by steps. Work through the video with them, watching until you get to 1 or 2 steps past where students were struggling. Have them talk through self-explanations of the steps while you do them. When it's their turn to take up where you left off, continue to have them talk themselves through. If they need corrections during the self-talk, provide gentle cues using a constant time delay of 3 seconds. Repeat this process, rewarding students with praise for each step they perform correctly, and then moving back a step, continuing to do the preceding steps for the students, and have them talk through each step you do until it is their turn. Keep moving back a step until students are completing all steps on their own. I have provided a link to a video with all steps segmented. It has no sound, so the students can talk themselves through each of the steps. Since light bulbs come in different containers, try varying the context by having them change a bulb in a lamp or a bulb in a bell-shaped sconce. They may find using a glove easier than a cloth too, so help them find what's right for them. You may also have students who will not be able to use a ladder. Find something in reach or allow that student to be the director to guide a person through the steps.